Your life is pretty busy, and you probably could use a staycation. What is a staycation? Well, that is where you check out the places, things, and interests in your area. But sometimes maybe you need a little convincing. Maybe your spouse needs a little convincing. Maybe she wants to see something cool for her. You want to see something cool for you. Maybe there's something you can come together on. Today, I'm going to show you 3 different places in Southern Florida where you can get what you want. That would be some bourbon. She gets what she wants. That would be some butterflies. And we'll show you some Florida history that really put Florida on the map from a tourism perspective. And stay to the end. I'll show you how to make this amazing, simple steak salad lunch in the camper van. Let's get into it. We are headed north on Interstate 95 to Palm Beach, Florida, where the Flagler Mansion is located and museum. Always seeking the shady spots in hot weather. With the camper van parked, let's go check out Whitehall. This is the summer home of Henry Flagler. He's the one that kind of put Florida tourism on the map. Purchase your ticket at the gate here, the ticket office. $26 currently in 2023 January. Again, a big old private home, was a hotel for many years, now back to a private home turned into a museum. Grounds are super plush. Palm Beach is home to many famous people, current and past. In 1902, Flagler built Whitehall. With more than 75 rooms, Whitehall was a winter retreat and wedding present for his wife, Mary Lily Keenan Flagler. Whitehall was built for the America's Gilded Age, which lasted from the end of Civil War to the 1929 stock market crash. Automobiles, telephones, electric lights, indoor plumbing, and virtually everything we take for granted today came into being during this time. So welcome to the Grand Hall. This is 5,000 square feet. Largest single room in Florida of the Gilded Age. The marble table was built specifically for this room, and this is a 19th century copy of Caesar Augustus. Hello, Caesar.
Can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty with the wind.
It's the grand courtyard. It was used for ventilation, and occasionally the Flaglers entertained here. A spectacular outdoor space. A lovely female figure in the middle of the fountain. Please note the look of the elf's faces. Looking a little hungry, a little thirsty. Chandelier, what do you think? And even the griffin down below, it gives a bit of a shame on you look. This is the Grand Ballroom. This is the pavilion where their hosts are having his private rail car, which was a big thing back in the day, much like private jet planes would be today. This also hosts a little cafe, a spectacular sunroom. Let's go in. Built in 1886 by the Jackson and Sharp Company for Henry Flagler. Acquired by the museum in 1959, restored with loving care. Probably the finest way to travel on ground back then, right? Bedroom, amazing blue glass up above. Storage.
Is to make plate covers for the light switches and
Traditional wet flush toilet with a black tank, or did it go onto the railway? Who knows? Over here we've got the shower. Look at that elaborate thing. All copper. Taking a shower on a train was probably quite unusual. This would be where the lesser folks slept in the entourage. This is the bunkhouse. Bunkhouse apparently served as dining room because here's the stove. Here's the stove and where the staff would prepare meals. Serve it in the dining room. Use the facilities. Do some work. Do some business. Read, smoke, enjoy some bourbon, and then it's time for bed. Private bathroom for the owner. Pretty sure I would not be trading in my camper van for this, because it'd take quite a bit to move this thing around. What's interesting also about this train car is that it was part of the first train to Key West in celebration of the Oversea Railroad in 1912, which was a phenomenal engineering feat at that time. Now, if you've driven to Key West, you know that is not an easy drive so much, although it's very scenic, quite fun, quite lengthy. But to have a train rumbling down that well over 100 years ago is pretty incredible. In 1844, Henry Flagler, son of a Presbyterian minister, left his home in Hopewell, New York at age 14 to pursue his fortune in Ohio. He was in the grain industry, the salt mining and production industry, and joined John D. Rockefeller and Samuel Adams as founding partner in the Standard Oil Company. He was the legal mind behind Standard Oil. Flagler helped determine the type of corporation to be established, making it possible to conduct business in any state in the Union from a single corporate office, something entirely new in the business world. And now for the grand finale, that would be the master suite. Wow, it's really yellow. Ready for the walk-in closet? shower is very unusual on that day. Still. And they would come out of their bedroom, descend the grand staircase, and meet their guests. And then waiting for adoration. In his 50s, Flagler's interest turned to the development of Florida. By 1812, Flagler's Florida East Coast Railway and the luxury hotels he built along the way linked the entire east coast of Florida from Jacksonville to Key West. In doing so, Flagler established agriculture and tourism as Florida's leading industries and Palm Beach as one of the world's great winter resorts. The individuals who profited from creating these industries and technologies profited and built mansions like this. You might think of Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and similar types in today's environment. But it's a spectacular house, and it was a delight to show you this. We are headed to the distillery, so let's get into the van and get moving south. We're going to go about 45 minutes to an hour south on Interstate 95 to the Chainbridge Distillery. Let's roll. Hey, if we're meeting for the first time, howdy. My name is Scott. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Go Small, Live Large, all about the camper van Class B travel experience. It's a delight to have you here. And with a stunning Florida sunset happening at Chainbridge Distillery, they actually don't do bourbon. A little surprised by that. They do the clear spirits and customized, custom flavor, I guess, is the best way to say it, for various spirits. We'll show you that inside, and highly recommend Chainbridge Distillery for your clear spirits needs here in Southern Florida. One of the great things about Harvest Host has nothing to do with the building or the product. It's about the people you meet in the parking lot. We had a nice posse last night. We had 4 vans total, including me, and it's just one of the greatest things about Harvest Host is you make van travel friends as you go around. Just a great group of folks enjoying some of the product from the distillery, Chainbridge Distillery here in Oakland, Florida. Just a great time. Let me tell you a little bit more about the distillery. So Chainbridge Distillery is a 4-year-old business run by a gentleman from Hungary. I think that's where the name Chainbridge comes from, because if you've ever been to Budapest, there's the big bridge, well, one of several, but a big chain bridge that spans the Danube River, and just a really nice gentleman. His wife was expecting a baby any minute. His mom and dad help out in the business, and just a really great family-run business, as it always is typically the case with a Harvest Host craft-made food, spirits, beverage, beer, whatever. That's usually the way it rolls. Now, they don't make bourbon, but they do make clear distillates, vodka and rum. But their big thing is, imagine basil infused vodka. How about ginger infused vodka? I had some of this last night in a Bloody Mary that they made on site by hand, and I got to tell you, it's probably one of the best Bloody Marys I've tasted. And by just having a sip of the straight basil flavored vodka, I can tell why that was a very different approach to making a Bloody Mary. It's pretty good. In addition, they sell products made by other folks, and this is a Bloody Mary mix, horseradish. This comes out of New York, state. And this is, you've probably seen these. These are kind of popular. You actually fill this jar of dried herbs with vodka, plain vodka, and then you let it sit for a few days, and then this becomes the basis, in this case, for Bloody Mary, which is pretty cool. So again, you take, what I'm going to do is use my basil flavored vodka, put it in here, let it seep for a few days, and then we'll make some Bloody Marys out of this, just adding some tomato juice and other accoutrement. This comes from Jacksonville, Florida. And again, just one of the great things about Harvest Host is it takes you places I wouldn't go necessarily to meet the maker of really cool stuff like this and make really cool van friends for a night. It's just really great. With that, we're gonna wrap up here. Having called this parking lot home for the last 12 hours or so at the Harvest Host site, we are now headed to Butterfly World. It's about a 20-minute ride up the street. I'm actually terrified of flying insects outside of mosquitoes, ladybugs, and dragonflies. So this is going to be a little bit of a challenge for me, and we're going to do it anyway because butterflies are cool. And as part of the staycation, maybe Mama wants to go see the butterflies after you've had a night at the distillery. Let's roll. Before we go hit up the butterflies, just a quick parking tip, so important. Let me show you this. Take a note, please. So yes, I am taking up 2 parking spots because, number one, I like the extra room, but the big reason is this thing right here. You see this tree limb? If I had tried to park in this spot, I would be running this up the windshield and across my roof line and then backing out. This would probably want to pull something off my roof and create damage. So when you're pulling into a parking spot, super important to look above you and below you to make sure that there are no obstructions. This is a great parking spot, again, because I'm in the shade provided by the tree, but look out for the damage that a tree limb can cause on your camper van. All right, let's go get some butterflies. This is what I love about traveling, is understanding nature better. So the pupa is where things start. Basically a caterpillar. We've all seen those. And then as they start to emerge, they become a fully formed, functioning butterfly. Yeah, on some things, I'm the world's biggest baby. Something about flying insects, I just don't like. The only ones that kind of don't bother me are mosquitoes, ladybugs, dragonflies, weirdly, and the common housefly. Even bees don't really bother me, but man, everything else, I'm pretty sure they're out to get me. So this is like climbing a lighthouse. It's taking a lot of strength to go through this. I'm really enjoying this. This is the great thing about camper vans and staycations. You can discover stuff in your backyard and have a great deal of fun for 48 hours, one night. Macaws, who doesn't like macaws? Check out this suspended bridge. This is pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm glad I came. I felt a little terrified at a few points, and I'm so glad we don't live in a part of the world where they have 5-inch worms and stuff to come attack you. I'm a little hungry. It's about lunchtime, so what we're going to do is not eat at the cafe here. Instead, I'm going to show you how I make a simple steak salad lunch in the van. Yeah, that was super cool. I highly recommend this. It's $36 per adult for tickets. Lots of kids. It's a weekend. I would maybe come on a weekday if you want to kind of avoid some of the kids, but that was really cool. Glad I did it. And this is what it's all about, staycation discovery. Let's go make a steak salad for lunch. So the way I like to do this is actually sous vide cooked really quality beef. I got it at Costco. It's a 2-pack. It's about 20 bucks, but it's fully cooked, fully sliced. And I make a bed of spinach like that. Then I put some beef on it. You can see here that it's sliced. I'm just gonna put a few slices of that on. You can see this. Very healthy, very reasonably priced. Some capers and just a little bit of the juice. And that's it. So in just a few minutes, I have a pretty healthy steak salad for lunch in the parking lot of Butterfly World. That's what I love about the camper van. Hope you enjoyed that video. What we did was show you some staycation ideas within a few miles, few minutes of your location. Just do some Google searches and see what's happening in your area, and then use your camper van for a 48-hour, one-night, obviously anchored by a harvest host would be really awesome. And then you can have an amazing staycation, and then go back on Sunday afternoon and get ready for whatever Monday brings you. Until we see you soon, I wish you to journey on and peace be with you. We'll see you soon. Yum.